Welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel once a week. It chooses the horror movie, and they discuss it. Today we're talking about 1995's Casper, which was directed by Brad Silberlinger. I'm your co-host, Alec.
I'm Eric.
Sorry, I butchered that last name. I'm really sorry. It's like Sibberling? Sibberling. I'm sorry, I've never looked at it before.
Sound it out.
Silberling. There we go.
There you go.
Brad Silberling.
Hooked on phonics, Alec.
I know. Well, I read it fast. I never read it before. Anyways, so Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Man, this is back when America was great, 1995, and I didn't have any responsibilities, and I didn't have taxes.
That's what made the 90s great. I'm always like, dude, the 90s were awesome. It's like, why? It's like, I was a kid.
I was 5.
That's most of the reason why the 90s were awesome.
And my parents paid for my popcorn and soda. Like, that was cool.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh. I mean, there were a lot of good things, but this movie is one of them. I mean, this, this is a VHS staple. I've seen this movie when I was a kid a lot. Yeah.
The reviews, let's pull up Rotten Tomatoes right now. Like, people are not friendly about this movie. Yeah.
Really?
I remember this movie was like, I thought one of the biggest movies of 1995. I mean, it made its money. It's
got a 6.1 on IMDb.
That's not good. It's a kid's movie.
Oh, it's got a 51% Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
That's not good. For a kid's movie? Audiences hate it? I love this movie. What the hell's wrong with people? They made like 4 other ones.
When was the last time you saw it since when you were a kid? When was the most recent time you've seen this movie?
Oh, jeez. It's been a while. I think probably like early 2000s is the last time I saw it.
Okay, yeah.
I still liked it. It brought me back.
Yeah, a lot of things I was like, oh my god. There was one line very specifically where Casper was making cat food or whatever, and she's like, sunny side makes me yak. And I was like, wow, I remember that line.
Yak.
Yeah, when she said it makes me yak, and I was like, I've never heard that before. And I remember that standing out when I was a kid, and I was like, whoa, that just shot me back to when I was a kid real hard.
Yeah, stuff like that. You're like, oh man, I even heard like blow chunks and like, or stuff like that. I don't know why my brain also thought of a puking line, but
but yeah, so yeah, no, it was a very nostalgic, full. Obviously the cameos. I was like, oh, I love all. Well, no, not Mel Gibson very much, but I love all the other cameos. Like, it was great. It was fun. But yeah, you chose this movie. Why'd you choose this one?
I don't know. I was just in the mood. I was just like, yeah, let's do a kids movie, like a little variety, I guess.
Yeah, and it's crazy that like this happened right around Christmas, so it's like it's not a Christmas movie, but it's still like a kids' fun movie, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like winterish, but it feels like wintry because like I don't know why I always think of it as a Christmas movie. Something in my mind made me think it was a Christmas movie, but it's Halloween. They do a Halloween party.
Yeah, it comes out in May, takes place in Halloween, and it reminds you of Christmas. It's like it's all over the place.
Well, it's because it's like well, that's how Casper died. It was in the winter.
How did he die again? Was he in a sledding accident?
No, he just was outside too long, and
he got pneumonia, right?
His parents like anti-vaxxers or something, and
they're Christian scientists.
No, this is like how old is Casper? Casper's supposed to be?
Oh, well, the actor that played him, I think, was like 14 or 15. But he sounds young, dude. He sounds like he's like 12.
Yeah, he was like, I was sledding all day. So you died from sledding? It's like, I think it was like a nice way to say, like, listen to your parents when they tell you to come inside. You're gonna end up like Casper with your like, and those are his uncles, right?
Yeah, what kind of uncles are those? So he has like the nicest parents ever, but then he has those uncles. Like, what? But
I mean,
maybe
it's kind of funny because like you can see it already like starting to like those kind of the ghostly trio, or like is like like things are starting to like hit Casper, like when he's dragging Christina Ricci around the hallway and she's like, no, Casper, no. She's like, come on. It's like no means no, Casper. Like, what are you, your uncles? I don't know. God. His uncles are so like creepy.
Oh my god. Yeah, Stinky Stretch and Fatso. Yeah.
No means no, Casper.
Yeah, no, seriously. He dragged her literally by her foot outside the window, was hanging her. She's like, Jesus Christ, no, Casper. He's like, ha ha ha, I'm having fun.
No.
The other thing I want to say about Casper, and this is, I'm just pointing this out. It's a little weird, but I just got to get it out right now. So he died in like 1940s, probably, right?
I'm trying to figure out.
I figured it out. He says the baseball. He's like, of course, like I'm going to keep this baseball. It's signed by like, and he said some name. It was like
Sandy Koufax. What was it?
No. I can't remember what it is now. I looked it up when I was watching it.
Duke Snider.
Yeah, that's it. I looked it up, and he was popular in like the 40s. Like that's when he was at his prime or whatever, like the 30s, 40s. So Casper had to die about 80 years ago, or 60 years ago by this movie standards. So Christina Ricci is like 15 in this movie. Casper has the brain of like a 60-year-old man, probably, right?
I mean, if he's around, yeah. I mean, he's watching TV. Like, he can watch TV. He can get newspapers. Yeah.
We're assuming like his mind is growing, but for some reason his voice and his body, or his ghost spirit body, isn't. But like, you know what I mean?
I just love this conversation. Yes, keep going.
Well, I was just kind of watching it. I was like, because they say like he didn't die like a couple years ago. They mentioned that he's like, this is my favorite baseball player. So I'm like, dude, that. And I looked at him. I'm like, that was a long time ago. So Casper, what? What are you? This is kind of weird.
I have a question that, like, I was really thinking about. Like, you know how they say, like, oh, you have unfinished business, and that's why you go on to the afterlife or whatever? What is Casper's unfinished business? He didn't look like he did anything wrong.
Yeah, what did he do? What did he do?
Like, why is he like, oh, I'm tormented on this earth because is it because he died young and his purpose is to, like, finish his dad's invention, and that's why... And he has to come back to life? Is that his unfinished business?
But no, because he didn't cross over in the end.
Well, why isn't Casper cross over, dude? You seem like a nice guy. Like,
well, so that means his three uncles and him, they all have unfinished business. It's like, okay, the uncles, it's like they've done some shit. What is it? No,
I know what their unfinished business is.
But Casper, you're like, yeah, what did he do? And then like his parents passed on. They're like, no, we're fine. Like our business is finished, even though we left our son. You know, he's there, but we're fine.
Well, they're like they're probably on their deathbed, like, oh, finally I can be with Casper again, and they die. Like, well, actually, Casper has unfinished business. It's like, what unfinished business does Casper have? Like selling his Duke Snyder ball. Like, I was really like, I didn't pick that up when I was a kid. Like, I was like, oh, he's a ghost. I'm watching this, and I'm like, what the hell? That makes no sense.
In Kathy Moriarty's character, at the end, they're like, hey, wait, you have unfinished business? She's like, I don't have any unfinished business. That's all she had to say. That's all she just had to say it out loud, and all of a sudden she's like, no! Why doesn't Casper just do that?
Yeah, it's like you have to say it, like, you have to think, like, hey, if Casper's like, okay, I don't have anything else to do, then he just goes, like, but what is he doing? I don't know. That was the Kerrigan, I think was her name. Like, I have everything I need. I have my treasure. I have my voice that sounds like a cigarette smoker. I have...
Do you know who she is?
What else is she in? She's in a movie with someone famous. Like,
oh yeah, Raging Bull.
Raging Bull, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like his wife in Raging Bull. Dude, she's so good. She's so young in that. Dude, she's like 21 in that movie.
Yeah, she's a good actress. And I know we can talk Casper Meets Wendy in a bit, but guess who's in Casper Meets Wendy?
Hilary Duff.
No, but Shelley Duvall.
Oh, really?
She plays one of the other sister witches of, I guess, the woman who plays Kerrigan. What's her name in real life?
In this movie?
Yeah, what's her name? The cast?
Oh my god, I just said it like 1 second ago.
Kathy or Catherine Moriarty.
Oh, Catherine Moriarty.
Okay, yeah, she's like the head witch. She's like Wendy's mom or aunt in that.
Oh, she's in that one too?
She's in that one too, I'm pretty sure. But like Shelley Duvall's also in that, which is kind of like, wow, they got and like Terry Garr, who's another big actress.
Shelley Duvall was having a little comeback in the late 90s with Rocket Man. Remember that? She was in that movie. She's like the mom in Rocket Man.
Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's awesome. That's such a random movie.
Yeah. Also, Bill Pullman's in this.
I thought he was perfect for this. Perfect casting with him. Like he just has like the 90s hair. He has like perfect dad. But I was watching this from an adult perspective. I'm like, man, you're a shitty father in making your daughter go through this.
Oh, when you were a kid, you're like, perfect dad. Like,
yeah, perfect dad. He's fun. He likes Casper.
I mean, in his defense, like, he's trying to, like, you know, get his wife, but, like, also, like, come on. Like, what are you doing?
I don't think he was. I think he totally didn't believe what he was doing.
You think he was just trying to be, like, a con artist, like a famous guy?
Yeah, con artist, and then it got real. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's my guess. I don't know. I might be wrong there.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they never allude to him being, like, you know, greedy or, like, a bad guy, but I love Bill Pullman, dude. Also, I looked him up a little bit. Dude, he was, like, a teacher in Montana until he was, like, 35 or something like that. You read about him?
No, I mean, he must have took off, like, right out. He became the president in Independence Day.
Dude, well, he was in, his, like, first big movie was Spaceballs. That was, like, 1987. But, dude, yeah, he was a teacher until 1986. And then he moved to Hollywood in 1987 and got Spaceballs. It's like, what?
Didn't he get like the main character too in Spaceballs? Wasn't he like the Han Solo?
Yeah, Lone Star. Yeah,
That's
dude.
hilarious. Shit. All right. That's it's hey, be a teacher in Montana with incredibly good looks. And then yeah, someone might notice you.
So he killed it. Yeah, so he's great in this movie. Christina Ricci, dude, you know, she's always she was she you know what I'm thinking about? She's like the Molly Ringwald of the 90s kind of.
I like that comparison. That's not a bad comparison.
More for kids movies though.
Kids movies, but also a link to horror as well. Not like totally horror, but like when I think of Christina Ricci, I don't think of her like a scream queen, but I think of her as like she was in Addams Family. She played Wednesday.
That darn cat.
Yeah, that darn cat. That movie sucks. I saw that in theaters. I think I fell asleep.
Yeah, but yeah, she was like a staple in the 90s, dude. I feel like she was just in like everything. And then, dude, she rounds it out with Sleepy Hollow. I mean, oof.
Yeah. Oh, that's another horror movie, of course. Yeah, she's a scream queen. Sorry, I'll rephrase that.
Bite your tongue.
I'll bite it.
But she started off the 90s in that. I've never seen it, but that Mermaids movie with Cher. I don't know. Apparently, it's a very good movie, but I've never seen it. But no, that was like her first movie ever. And dude, she was in Small Soldiers. I don't know if she did the voice in Small Soldiers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Big crush on her in that movie for sure. Yeah.
In Small Soldiers?
I think it was just Small Soldiers when Casper 2 when I was a kid. Granted, I saw this in theaters. I was 5. I loved it. I loved this movie.
You did see this movie in theaters, Casper?
I did see this I remember seeing it in theaters, and like it's weird because when you're a kid, man, and you watch movies at home, like I don't remember a lot of movies I saw like on like TV or like on the VCR. But like when I saw a movie in a theater, I vividly remember that movie, like pretty much. And like I could have told you the plot to Casper with like not seeing it in 20 years, pretty much.
Wow.
Kind of weird how like when you're a kid and you're like focused in, like no distractions, no cell phones even, you can remember movies. And that's what's great about the movie experience over, any of the streaming stuff they got going on now.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm I don't want to derail from this too much, but when you were younger, it's like when you'd rent a videotape, you'd watch it like a bunch because you'd be like, I'm not going to have this forever. Like, I got to return to Blockbuster or whatever. Where now it's like you're overwhelmed by so many choices and you're like, I'll start this later. Oh, let's go play video games. Let's do it. And then like you forget about the thing you're watching.
Yeah, I'll watch three episodes of Hawkeye and like stop watching it, and then watch something else and watch this, and I'll go back to Hawkeye. It's like, what? No.
Well, I guess I mean more for kids, because it's like, I mean, there was a lot of distractions when we were kids too, but I don't think it was the same way. Like if you were to like rent this movie, put it in, and then be like, hey, let's like play James Bond or whatever for a little while. Oh, let's go outside, play basketball, or like let's run around outside or go in the pool or whatever, come back. The VCR was still gonna have this in there, and you were gonna turn on and be like, oh yeah, let's finish Casper. But now, I feel like you come back, it's like, oh, like Netflix pops up, there's totally new stuff. So the kids aren't going to like, I don't know. It's just different.
You go outside, you go sledding with your friend comes inside, you pop in Casper, your friend starts coughing, he gets pneumonia, he dies, and your friend's Casper now.
There you go. That doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't happen. Kids just stay inside.
They're just on their iPads the whole time. No.
Another thing, and I don't want to derail anymore, but Top Gun Maverick, I remember seeing that, I was like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. And really, it's a good movie, but that was the first time I went to the movie theater in so long where I didn't have my dog jumping at the TV and a baby crying in the background and, someone knocking on the door. So it's just like, man, the movie theater experience that's it,
Ooh, I don't want to derail even farther. But yeah, dude.
Let's do it.
I saw Batman Returns and The Whale this weekend in theaters, and dude, it was so nice. Like, no distractions, had way too much popcorn, but it was awesome. It was just nice. The movie theater is so amazing, and if it ever goes away, I don't know what's going to happen, but don't ever go away.
Yeah.
I'll watch Casper. Fuck it. Put Casper in theaters. I'll watch it. I don't care. Haunting season's open, baby.
Love it.
Yeah, so the cameos, my favorite cameos were obviously my personal favorite was Rodney Dangerfield. But dude, Clint Eastwood?
Yeah, that was cool. I liked Father Sarducci coming in.
Oh, yeah. From SNL. I was like, what?
Yeah, I love that. Well, yeah, you got Dan Aykroyd, too, like, from SNL.
Yeah. But that was like Ghostbusters. Like that made sense. Like, well, I guess like a priest doing an exorcism, but dude, yeah, like those are such like adult references. Well, I guess not Ghostbusters really, but I don't know. I love that. That was so funny to see those guys.
Also, I want to point this out. In 2022, an autographed Duke Snyder ball is like $200.
Really?
Not a big deal. NBD.
Damn. Really?
Yeah. So like Casper's like, my treasure. It's like, your interest on that didn't really accrue over the 100 years you've been a ghost.
Yeah, it does suck. Damn.
I mean,
Wow.
Duke Snyder also lived till like 2011, so he was just signing
Oh.
polls after he retired, probably.
All right. So give it another 50 years, Casper. Who knows?
Yeah, get your unfinished business going.
If this whole NFT thing crashes, I think these these physical balls will be worth something. Who knows?
Man, NFTs.
No, whatever. We're not derailing that much.
Let's not go there. Let's not go to NFTs. But yo, dude, like so this movie cost 55 million to make. It made almost 300 million. Hell of a profit. And that's why they made like what was it, like Casper Meets Wendy, Casper Spirited Beginning, the Spectacular New Adventures of Casper. Not that I've seen all of them, but I have seen Casper Spirited Beginning, which I do remember and I thought was pretty cool. There's like a train sequence in that's really cool. And Casper Meets Wendy was obsessed with Hilary Duff at the age of 8 or 9.
Oh, I am aware.
Oh yeah, we don't have to derail anymore.
Okay, no, I think you're right. But I just want to say, like, it's kind of funny. Like, Universal makes this movie. It's like 55 million. We've completely reinvigorated this old IP from like the 30s. It was a comic strip, and it's like big success in the 90s. They're like, how can we like make even more money? Like, why don't, instead of putting in like, good amount of money making a really good sequel, they're like, let's just kind of go into a straight to VHS prequel series or whatever. And like, they cut the budget, I'm down a bunch or whatever. And I mean, I'm sure those weren't as profitable, but why do you think they didn't like do like another big one in theaters? Kind of like what the Addams Family did.
I don't know, man. I don't know why there wasn't a Casper 2 where Casper's like unfinished business gets finished. But
right.
I'm looking at the Spirited Beginning, which is a sequel that came out in 97, so 2 years after.
Straight to VHS.
Its budget was $500,000.
Come on. Like, okay, so think about this.
They're like, just trying to cash, man. They're just trying to milk that cow for as cheap as possible. That's what they did.
That's crazy.
That
so they
sucks.
Put 55 million in. They're like, all right, we put 55 million. We're going to risk it. Addams Family killed it earlier, a couple years ago. We're going to try it again with Casper. We did it again. All right. Why don't they just put more money in to be like, all right, well, you know what? Maybe, you know what it is? I bet this is what it is. I bet they learned their lesson with Addams Family. Because I think Addams Family, family values or whatever, I think that one tanked.
I love that one, but I can see that going over budget. That's probably why, too. It's like Casper is so unique for the time. Like, that was the first featured cast was Casper, and he was fully animated in a live action movie. Like, I don't think there's been a movie that did that before. Maybe Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I guess, but that's a little different. But like, that's another point to Christina Ricci. She did a great job in this because she's talking to a stick, probably.
Yeah, I read she was talking to a tennis ball. Yeah,
that sucks. I don't want to do that.
I'm just thinking about this right now. This is kind of all blowing my mind. So Christina Ricci was obviously Wednesday Addams in the Addams Family, which was a huge box office success in 91 or whatever. So that was an old cartoon. So it was $30 million budget. It made $191 million, okay? Then they do the sequel, which was in theaters, and this was Addams Family Value 2 years later. It was $47 million budget, and it was $111 million. So it did pretty well, but not that great. So then they take Christina wait, actually, was that Universal? Hold on, sorry, I just want to make sure.
Addams Family?
It's Paramount, never mind. But anyway, but regardless, so the character or whatever, or like they just like Christina Ricci. Then she comes over to Casper. So they're probably like, hey, we're going to try and reinvigorate Casper now. Why don't we take somebody from the Addams Family? We'll bring them over here. They do with Christina Ricci. I'm not saying Christina Ricci is the reason why it went to VHS, but I'm just saying it's interesting. Maybe they looked at Addams Family as like a comparison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like, I don't think we can do this twice in theaters with this kind of thing. Like we need to go straight to DVD or straight to VHS.
Huh. So I'm reading right now. No, it's interesting. That's crazy. A sequel was proposed, but Pullman and Ricci had scheduling conflicts. So I guess you can't do a sequel without Christina Ricci. I don't know what she was doing directly after this, but I'm assuming Pullman was in Independence Day right after that. So
he's like, you don't want to do Casper 2? He's like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you got to look at it at the studio winning that, because it's like, I'm glad we did a straight to DVD thing for like, or VHS thing for like $500,000. What a drop in the bucket. They got like Steve Guttenberg in that one. Like, how much did they pay him out of the budget? Like, hey man, we'll give you like $8,000. Is that cool? Like, yeah.
He's like, those Police Academy movies are drying up there, Steve. He's like, yeah. He's like, and your Mary Kate and Ashley movie didn't do so hot either. He's like, all right.
His agent's probably calling him like, hey, guess what I got? Casper 2. It's like, no, you didn't. It's like, yep, you're doing Casper 2. It's like, really? How much am I going to get paid? absolutely nothing after, you know, the agent fees and everything. But also, it's direct to VHS.
Like, Steve, it's not looking good.
But come on, Steve, this is Casper 2. This is C2, baby.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I don't know. Hey. So if somebody came up to you right now and said, "Do you want to be the lead in the Casper straight to VHS, the prequel to the prequel, Casper the Super Beginning? Do you want to be in it, Eric?"
Oh, I would have quit my job to be in it. Yes.
Right now, you just
I'd figure out my mortgage, and I would be in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had an opportunity, like, hey, we're gonna put you in this movie. Like, what do you think? It's like I have to change my life completely, but yeah, let's go out to California for a couple months.
Do it, dude. Yeah.
Bro, James Horner did the music, dude. I love James Horner. So sad what happened to him.
Who's that?
That he's the composer for like Titanic and Braveheart. Like he's really good. Obviously, I mean Titanic's the biggest movie of all time, but he died in like a helicopter crash, I believe, or a plane crash. Yeah, but yeah, I like the music in this. That's I was gonna bring that up, but I didn't know that James Horner did it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Music is nice. It has like that nice little like the dream sequence stuff, like when the mom shows up. It's good.
Yeah. No, it's a fun movie, dude. Like, I liked it. The whole time I was watching, I was just like, yeah, it's like a 90s capsule. Like, we always say stuff like that, but it's, it is. I want to point out, though, the party dude, or like almost like the whole class and all that stuff. Like, I don't think they do. I mean, you have a daughter. I mean, I guess she's too young to really watching movies and stuff like that, but I want to know, like, do bullies exist anymore in movies, like kids' movies?
I mean, can your teacher come to your house for a class party?
Well, that's weird as hell. That's what I was gonna get to. Like the whole class dynamic was strange. I was like,
it's like, oh, the whole school's going to your like we don't have a gymnasium to do this in, so we need to do your mansion house.
Yeah, like New Girl.
Right.
So I love to like they all get to the house and they don't have anything prepared. Like there's no party prepared, and magically like everything just works out.
There's a DJ and lights. It's like, who set that up?
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted Bill Pullman to be like, hey, who the fuck? Who did all this? It's like, did you guys do this? It's like, no, seriously, who did this?
What's at the DJ? He's scratching the floors. This is antique stuff. Like, I don't like this on the railing.
Wait, this is the best part too, Eric. Why do they just get the house? It's not their house. Like, they're like, it's their house. I was like, no, honey, we're gonna change things.
I mean, as a 5-year-old watching this in theaters, these are the questions, the hard-hitting questions that I could not come up with. But now thinking about it, I think they just get the house because the ghost let them live there.
But like the bank won't. They'll be like, all right, well, if Kathy Moriarty's dead, like
the town council is going to be like, no, this is a hazard to the community. Kids are sneaking into this building. We are knocking it down. There's your unfinished business, Casper. Go somewhere else.
That's the sequel.
Well, they do show like a wrecking ball scene, remember? And the ghosts like scare all the people away. So they answer that like, why can't they just knock it down? It's because the ghosts are there.
Yep. Eventually, somebody's gonna be like, listen.
But then you're gonna like call people and like, no, we have to film these ghosts and like really show people like there's an afterlife and like.
I like it. There we go. That's Casper, and that's Casper 2022, dude. You know, people are protecting everything nowadays. You're gonna tell me they wouldn't protect a ghost? So somebody goes and knock down the ghost house. They're like, ghost lives. You know, we got to protect them. Like, you're not doing
ghost
this.
Lives. They're taking away our ghosts.
You can protect the ghost lives. The ghost lives. You got to protect them. But that could be the sequel. There's a sequel idea for you.
Yeah.
They protect the house.
Or like, I mean, just maybe the dad is just like the best ghost hunter in the world and like travels the country with Casper, like talking to other ghosts. And that could be the movie. Like a road trip with Casper, like planes, trains, and automobile, but a ghost.
Oh my God, Eric! Wait, if they actually do a sequel now, like Bill Pullman and Casper, and they travel across the country, and they like Casper, all right, yeah, that actually would be pretty interesting. Christina Ricci died, and Bill Pullman turned into an alcoholic, and him and Casper going together, yeah.
And they like meet like iconic, like Kurt Cobain's ghost. It's like,
oh my God, that'd be fun.
I was gonna say something bad. I'm not. I can't bring myself to say it. I mean, this movie has some dark things too. Like, is the dad an alcoholic? They kind of allude to that.
Did they?
I mean, he gets drunk and falls down a manhole, and like it's like the daytime, and he's supposed to be a parent. I don't know. That was weird. But like the dark stuff, like Kerrigan dies. There's like dead kids. Like it's kind of dark. I don't know.
It is. I mean, It's shrouded in comedy and music. Like, there's a lot of, like, melodramatic music that you're just like, I'm along for the ride. Like, you're not really paying attention to the dark stuff, I guess.
I like the what's his name, Devon Sawa character scene when he comes like Casper's back to life, and like he immediately starts dancing with Christina Ricci, and she's just like, "Who are you?" It's like not that. It's just like Casper. It's like you're just dancing with a random person. I don't know. That was funny.
I didn't even recognize him. I looked him up. I was like, who the fuck? How is he in this? And then he's
oh,
like,
dude, he was like heartthrob back in the '90s, and I mean, he's in what's it, the Chucky show now, I think. Which I will want to. I need to see that one.
I know, dude. Me too. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I gotta get around to that. I really do. Yeah, I'm glad we watched it, especially around Christmas time. Like, it's a friendly movie. It's good.
Two more things. You know the voice of Fatso?
Yeah, it's your boy.
Raymond.
Yep. You love him. You love. Oh, wait. Didn't he? Who said bitch in this movie, Eric?
The guy from Monty Python.
There's two. They said bitch twice.
When they say it, like when what's his name gets the treasure, I know that, but what's the other time?
I think it was I think she said like I'm a stone cold bitch or something like that, or
jeez,
dude, I think they said bitch.
Can't do that.
Twice.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
And they said hell. I was like, oh, like, but I guess it's a kids movie in the '90s.
I was five.
Yeah, you saw a movie. You saw
two B words, dude.
B word.
Two B bombs.
Yeah, you're
Can't have that. Imagine today you bring your kid and there's two B-bombs in the movie.
Oh, they shut the whole theater down.
Get your pitchforks. Karen City. This is the last stand.
Whole theater down.
Be Tropic Thunder all over again.
No, nobody.
No, that's different.
Yeah, but nowadays, yeah, it really is.
And one last thing before we go, the ending, which is like it just ends. He's just like, well, we scared all the kids away, and Casper's still dead. Hit it, boys. There's a Casper, the friendly ghost, the friendliest ghost you know.
That's the way it ends. I don't remember. Like, I don't know.
It just ends like the kids all like Casper is still dead. They just came upstairs from the machine, and like the dance scene happens with Casper, and then Casper turns back into the ghost. All the kids run away, and then Bill Pullman's like, "Hit it, boys!" And then they all start dancing to the Casper theme, and then that's it. And Casper's dead.
No, yeah, that's a terrible ending. I don't know, but where do they go? Where do they go from here? I mean, that's the thing. Do we see Bill Pullman getting like, excuse me, like you can't live here? It's like squatters' rights. It's like that. It's not a thing here. Like you need to leave, and like he has to go to like, because like why does he feel entitled to that house? Just because he was hired to do a job there. Imagine that's like a contractor that was working at your house, and then the person got murdered in the house, and then you're just like, well, now this is my house.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some other family related to Kerrigan that's going to come in and like, hey, I know this went to Kerrigan, but now it's mine. I mean, that house got to be worth a pretty penny.
Oh, yeah, dude. And I don't think they said, well, they kind of made it sound like shit, but the treasure was in there. But the land's worth something, dude. They could knock that house down and put like a big hotel there or something like that.
Oh, it's a resort off the cliff like that? Hell yeah.
Talking the White Lotus in Maine, Eric.
All right, well, that should do it for Casper. Hey, end of the year, though. This is it. Last spin.
I know. Well, no, there's no spin. There's no spin.
We got no spin.
We got no spin.
We got to start a new wheel.
I know. We got a new wheel. We didn't even have one made yet, so we'll release it. I don't know. We'll release it soon, a couple days from now on the old Instagram and Twitter and all that good stuff. But yeah, man. I don't know. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, new wheel coming out. Let's go. 2023.
Yeah.
What was your resolution, Alec? Anything? I'm just survive. Let's just get through 2023.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about one. I don't know. Yeah, I have one. I'll think of one.
Peanut butter M&Ms. Cut back.
I haven't had them in a while, actually. I'm being honest.
Right.
Not like, I mean, like a week and a half. But like,
you have your binges though, like an animal.
Yeah,
right.
I do. I've been getting a lot better because I've been reading ingredients and I'm just like, what is this? Like, what is this? I know it tastes good, but what is this? So it's a real struggle because it's so I can't pronounce it. I'm like, what the hell is canubu wax? I'm like, what is that? So I'm like,
It's the shell, right?
I don't even know, dude. I'm Googling stuff too, and I'm just like, is yellow 5 bad?
As you're like handful to the face.
Oh, I mean, because that's the thing. It's like it's not that in moderation. I'm like, how bad is like an entire sharing size worth? Like an entire bag in one sitting of this, and it's probably like not good. It's like, how about like multiple days in a row? Like no, so it's bad. But I haven't done it in a while. I've been very good.
That's good, man. Oh, yeah. That made me laugh. I needed that laugh. All right.
Yeah. Everybody, thank you very much for listening in, and we appreciate you all. We hope you have a happy holidays, a great new year, and thank you very much for listening in. Eric, I love you. Happy holidays.
I love you too, man. Happy holidays.
And continue to listen, and we'll continue to spin a wheel, you know?
Woo!